All right, so someone asked someone asked me the other day what to do if they are struggling with strumming and rhythm, but really specifically strumming and getting it comfortable, getting it to flow smoothly, kind of feel second nature. And I'm definitely going to give you some actionable things to practice here. But the other piece of this, and I think this might even be the most important piece, we miss this a lot as guitar players, is that in anything that we learn, whether it be a new piece of music or a specific technique, there's really two pieces to it. There's the musicality or the musical side of it, so dynamics, volume, tone, but there's the physical skill of doing it or the motor skills required to make it happen. And a lot of times we're trying to take on too much at once. We're trying to do all of that at once and learn it and make it sound pretty and everything. But if we're really struggling, or if you're starting out and you're struggling with just getting your strumming hand flowing, don't even worry about all those other pieces. Let's just get that physical part down. So first, we're gonna just learn the physical skill involved with strumming. So it's gonna be left hand for most of us, but with your fretting hand, you wanna just place it lightly on the strings, so we're deadening them. You don't even have to play a chord yet. And then with your strumming hand, we're simply just gonna do a series of down strums. So. And my best advice would be to keep them as even as you can, whatever that means to you. We don't have to use a metronome yet. Eventually you'll wanna practice with it. But right now, we're just kinda letting gravity do the work. Trying to hit all 6 strings and trying to not have a few back to back and then a bunch of space. You know, you want to try to keep them even, but we're not being super specific yet. We're just kind of keeping our right hand, or at least your strumming hand, right hand for most of you, nice and loose, just going through all 6 strings. Once that's feeling decent, we're going to add the up strum in between. Now this throws a lot of people off, even though it doesn't seem that crazy, but if you think about it, every time you do a down strum, that hand has to come back up anyways. So it's really the same motion, give or take. We're just hitting the strings on the way back up. Same thing, doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to try to keep it as even as you can. A little tip, I've talked about this before, is that on the down strum, if you angle your picks forward slightly, and then on the up strum, if you angle it back or towards you slightly, that'll help it to glide through the strings a little bit better. So once you've got that motion down, up, down, up, down, up, and you can play along with the video. If I'm going a little bit fast, we can slow it down. Again, just that physical skill. We're just learning the motor skill. Once that starts to be comfortable, I'm going to speed it back up a little bit. We're going to try to do these in groups of 3. So we're going to do a down, an up, and a down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, you can do it a little slower if you want. Here, we're trying to keep those 3 strums pretty even. Down, up, down, rest. Down, up, down, rest. So there's going to be that little space or little rest in between, but it's still just getting those groups of 3. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Now, here's the part that starts to mess with everybody. I want to do that exact same thing, almost, but instead of making the rest the last note, or where that up strum would have been, so down, up, down, rest, we're actually going to start with a rest. So we're going to skip our first down strum. Still going to almost sound the same. It's going to be these little groups of 3 with a rest in between, but instead of starting with the strum, we're actually going to start with a rest. So you're going to miss 2, 3, 4, miss 2, 3, 4. And that strum now, your group of 3, is actually starting with the up strum. Up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. So same idea, and again, we can speed it up. skip, up, down, up, skip, up, down, up. And at this point, I'm even hesitant to get too far into the rhythm behind it. You can count it a couple of different ways. You could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could count it as eighth notes. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All I really want you to worry about is hearing that da 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 skip da 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 skip da da da. And again, we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to start the first one with down strums, so down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then we're going to do the second one, which we were just doing, skip, up, down, up. If you can get those two things down, the kind of the group of three starting with a down strum and the group of three starting with an up strum, it's going to put you in a really good spot. The last thing I want to show you quickly, we can get into this more in a different video, but it's kind of what I think of as the standard strumming pattern, or a very, very common strumming pattern for guitar. You hear this in a ton of songs. Again, for our sake today, we're just going to worry about the strumming hand. Da, 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 da. And the reason I'm kind of emphasizing that rhythm is that a lot of times when we start getting into this one, people have trouble following all the downs and ups, and they kind of stumble over which direction to go. But you want to keep that rhythm in your head. You can literally, if you're playing acoustic, da, 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 da. You can use one hand, you can use two hands, da, 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 da. However you want to remember that. Counting wise, I usually think of it as eighth notes, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 4, and not 3, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. So however you want to think about that is cool, but basically you really want to hear in your head, pop, 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 pop. It's almost like a single, a double, and then a group of three, and then it starts over quickly again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, however it helps you to hear it is going to make it flow the best for you. So again, I'm not getting too caught up on 100% perfect terminology right now, but what I want you to do is get comfortable with that. Ba, 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 ba. Then what we're going to do is we're going to worry about the downs and the ups specifically. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Generally speaking, there are a couple of exceptions, but they're rare. When you're strumming, your strumming hand should just kind of be the metronome. If someone's standing 10, 15 feet in front of you, regardless of the strumming pattern they're playing, it should just kind of look like their arm is going up and down at the same rate the entire time. So whether I'm playing every single strum, or just down strums, or that pattern we just talked about, my right hand or my right arm is just keeping that same up and down motion the entire time. So what you're really going to try to dial in at the end now is down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. And usually the first two pieces, the down, down, up, or 1, 2, and, that's usually not too bad. It's just that right after that, you're not going to follow it with the down strum. So down, down, up, skip, up, down, down, up, skip, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And again, you hear that on everything from nice kind of slow tunes to punk songs. That's the same down, down, up, down, up. Same pattern, same rhythm and everything. That's why I say that's kind of the most important, or one of the really, really common strumming patterns that you should learn. So, very quick, to recap. We started with muting the strings with our fretting hand, just so the strings are dead. First thing, Simply just kind of letting your right hand, or your strumming hand if you happen to be left hand, fall through the strings, nice and even. Step 2 would be downs and ups. So we're just adding that upstroke in. Once that's relatively comfortable, we're going to do 2 variations on groups of 3. So we're going to go down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down, skip, down, up, down. So lots of little down, up, downs. And then we're going to change it and skip the down and do up, down, up. So skip, up, down, up, skip, up, down, up. Once you've got those 2 variations, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, then you're going to try to do this entire strumming pattern. This last one we talked about, 1, 2, and 4, and. Or 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or for your strumming, most importantly, down, down, up, down, up. You can start it slow, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And as it gets comfortable, you can ramp up the speed. Then you can start worrying about your left hand and adding in different chords and doing some other things along with it, worrying about volume and dynamics and the tone and all of that. But for now, we're just trying to get that strumming hand down and get comfortable with those rhythms. So feel free to ask any questions, leave them below in the comments, but otherwise get at it and see what you can do with that strumming. I will catch you guys next time around. Thanks.